What's going on, everybody?
Welcome back.
To 360, episode 2. I'm Jack McCarron.
Aiden Biss.
Guys, how's everyone's week going? How's your week going, Aiden?
Pretty well.
Pretty well? Very nice. I mean, last time we saw you, our first episode, we're trying to make this consistent. We're back, and the boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. This week, it's a pretty busy week for me as well, but we have something going on. Aiden, as you guys know or don't know,
Yom Kippur.
he's Jewish. He's had 2 holidays come up recently. Tell us about your holidays, Aiden. Tell us about your culture.
They've been very nice. We've had Rosh Hashanah last week and Yom Kippur this evening. They're the high holidays, so the 2 most important holidays of the year. So it's been a very special week. Thank you for asking.
It's like the Super Bowl of the holidays for them, and it's big.
That's what it's called.
That's it. That's what it's called, the Super Bowl of the holidays?
Of Jewish holidays.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I didn't even know that, and I knew that somehow because I know I'm all-knowing. Just like AB with all this other stuff because he knows all of.
Who's AB?
AB is him. He's AB, and I'm
JM Jack McCarron.
I'm JM Jack McCarron. Him, that guy. But yeah, obviously, I don't know if you guys knew this. We didn't go over this last time. We went over how we're different from each other. But yes, I am of the Christian religion, the Christian faith, and he is Jewish. So that's something different about us as well. I don't know if you guys knew that, but I'm not the most religious guy in the world. I'd say that you're more religious than I am. Meaning that I feel like in some ways, like the Jewish religion is kind of more set on like traditional values. Would you say that? Then in some ways, then like maybe relaxed.
Some ways no.
And in some ways yes, in some ways no. Yeah. Meaning that in some ways
non-answer means nothing.
It means that deducts each other. It's a double negative there, which makes a positive.
That's actually not a double negative.
That's not at all. He's the math guy, obviously. Just kidding.
That's not math.
Dude, these guys cooking me right now. Listen,
hard crowd.
we have we don't usually come into this podcast with a script, but today Aiden has a big question for us today. And but let me set it up real quick. Let me set it up. As you guys know or don't, you guys don't know this. I am a big sports fan as well. I play sports, but I'm a big sports fan. I'm a big Eagles fan. Go Birds. I'm a big Florida State college football fan, college basketball fan at FSU. Really nothing else. I'm a Heat fan. We live in Miami, so you got to root for the Heat. I mean, the Heat are the best. Not right now, but got some rich history there. But I'm a big sports fan. Aiden, tell them about yourself with sports.
I am the biggest sports fan.
The biggest
anti-sports fan.
He does not like sports.
I mean, like, I don't dislike sports, but I just don't see the point. Like, I don't get why people care and why it's so important, which is why we want to talk about why we care.
I came up with a couple points, right? I didn't write them down just from the heart. Okay, just thinking about why some people care and why others might not care.
Right.
I think we're gonna hit both points here. Why some people care, right? Just myself here, I care. One, I mean, it's an interest of mine. I play it. I know about it. I've been around it for a really long time, and it's something that when people, I feel like they form passions that they find from a young age, something that interests them from when they're younger. My interest hasn't always been sports, but it's kind of like a lot of my life has kind of been transformed. A lot of my schedules throughout my life has been kind of formed around my sports schedule.
We have to schedule this around you watching like the games last Sunday.
That's true. So yesterday, I mean last week, I didn't want to come in to film the podcast at that time because the Eagles were playing the Buccaneers, which they won. They're 4-0. And people are hating on the Eagles right now. I digress. There's hate that comes from it. There's great things that come out. There's praise. But sports, it's a big part of our life. And going back to the Olympics, way back in the day, it's been something that's part of a lot of cultures through a lot of generations, mainly, I think, because, one, it's entertainment. People love to be entertained. That's where a lot of people find happiness in their life. From entertainment, kind of away from work, away from all that stress. But if you could sit down with your family, your loved ones, or even by yourself and kind of become attached or maybe detached from the world and become kind of like, I don't know, taken to different levels or different like universes at sometimes, and if really immerse yourself with that experience, it's kind of like it makes people feel a certain type of way. Right, and with me, please go. I'm sorry.
And like people have been doing this for thousands of years, since Greece, since the Olympics, since Rome, the gladiators, I think they were called.
Yeah,
Gators?
yeah, I believe so. Yeah, 100%.
And sports has been probably the one constant throughout human history the past, I would say, a few thousand years since really the start of civilization.
Right.
But why? Like, why is this one of the few things that no matter when in history or where in the world, sports is the only thing that we see time and time again. And new sports, they evolve and they always have audiences and people always care for thousands of years.
Yeah.
But why?
I think in some ways it's the ultimate test of humanity. Not the ultimate test, like you can, but people kind of like revert back to like if you're good in it is, but it's also a place where people can feel pain. People could feel, like the exhilaration of getting adventure and getting like excitement out of life, right? I've never been more excited in my entire life than making a big play on the field or something like that. There's nothing more exciting than winning a game, working so hard towards something and you succeed, which you see in so many different fields, not just sports, but in sports, it's kind of like a way that everyone can have that experience, right? Or maybe like some people can't, and they have to find it different ways. But sports is another way to do that. It's like kind of a thing that, again, has been very popular throughout time, has been something that a lot of people have, like sought out to do and sought out to compete in. And a lot of the times, the people that are watching it become probably a little bit more immersed or more like excited about it than the actual players and stuff. And I feel like that's interesting. I feel like that's what he's getting his point off at, that, people become so dependent, like their happiness and their attitude becomes so dependent on other like grown adults playing a sport that is like meant for, it's just so simple. Throwing a ball around, you're trying to put a ball into a basket. It shouldn't be that exciting, or it shouldn't be something that people cry over, that people, spend insane amounts of money on for teams and stuff, or spend so much time out of their day, so much time out of their year
and doing
and that season to do that stuff.
Thinking about it.
Yeah, I've never been a big fantasy guy. I'm doing fantasy now. I took like a 3-year break because I didn't like it that much. I felt like it wasn't, something that I enjoyed, something that kind of took some of the joy out of the experience. Like I'd end up kind of rooting against my favorite teams in some aspects because I had a certain player playing against them. And that just took some of the excitement out of, my experience. And my experience, you have to kind of find out with sports. It's just another way. Like I'd say like a really big movie fan.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
But that's an art.
Yeah.
I feel like
Apparently
there's so many parameters in with art and stuff that people, obviously there's different lengths and levels that are being reached like every single year, but like there's only so many things you can do.
Right.
With sports, it's kind of like we see things every single year that has never happened before, like people breaking records.
Hold on. It's actually, I think it's kind of the opposite, because once you've seen, I don't know, a few football games, a few basketball games, they're all, every game is different, but they're all pretty much the same. Like, if you watch a movie or a TV show, every show is different, every episode is different, every movie is completely different, but pretty much every basketball game, every football game, every soccer game,
right,
they're all more or less the same. So how can you and fans of these sports and of these teams like be entertained watching the same game over and over for so many years?
Well, I guess even though it is the same thing, it's also like so different at the same time every single time, right? Like
How so?
You never know what's going to happen. I feel like with movies, they can be so predictable sometimes, as well as can some, sports games. But it's also about like it's not scripted. It's something that like
I think the NFL is pretty scripted.
That's a conspiracy that people go over. It's not scripted. In some cases, it might be. Like there have been a lot of cases where referees and umpires and people and officials have been paid to make some certain things happen, or they gamble their money into making a certain thing happen. And they obviously have full control whether or not that thing happens, In
reality, the only sport that's not scripted is WWE, because everything else is completely like everyone knows what's gonna happen. Like the coaches like have the script way in advance, but WWE like no one knows what's gonna happen. Like
Doug,
people are punching.
What are you
kicking,
talking about?
Being flipped over. Like,
that's a paradox. Like
Logan Paul is in the rink and like no one knows what's gonna happen.
You have to be
like with every like. With basketball, with soccer, with baseball, everyone knows more or less. They have a feeling what's gonna happen.
Not at all. Not at all.
Hold on. With wrestling, no one ever has any idea what's gonna happen.
But the WWE is scripted. It is scripted. Like they have a script of what's gonna happen before.
I really don't think it is. How could you script that?
Are you serious right now? Are you being serious?
No, I'm actually being
It's
so
like
serious.
the only sports league that is scripted, that people like they know what's gonna happen before it happens. Like
Who's they? Not me.
the wrestlers. Maybe not the people watching, but the wrestlers. It's fully scripted. It's like a play. They're acting out a play.
Is this public knowledge?
Yes.
Like, is this common knowledge?
Yes.
Does everyone know this? Except
Are
for me?
we? Dude, clip that.
Except for me.
Are we serious? That's like the only
You're telling me
sports league that
WWE
is
is fake.
Maybe the UFC. Maybe that.
No, I'm not talking about boring UFC. I'm talking about WWE.
That's boxing. That's fighting.
Right. But WWE is people getting flipped over, punched in the face,
Dude,
kicked in
they
like in the
practice
jaw.
it. They practice it the night before.
With each other? Like,
Yes.
what's gonna happen?
It's not real rivalries, dude. The Rock and John Cena during their whole rivalry at that time, they'd go home, not home together, but they'd go out together after the thing. They'd go out together,
You serious?
and they would go out the night before when they were practicing what was gonna happen the night later.
So you're telling me Logan Paul and Jelly Roll
You think-
are actually friends? That's insane. Are you serious?
This guy, he's trolling. He's a troll. He's
I'm
a
not
troll.
trolling.
I understand. Trying to make a big joke out of this. Oh, sports, the big joke. It's not a joke in this case. He's joking about this.
No, I'm not.
That's absurd. That's obscene. You have to be doing this for the podcast. You have to be doing that. You have to be doing this for the podcast. You have to be.
Possibly.
Oh yeah, this jerk. this jerk. Listen, I just got riled up there. I think in a lot of ways, you never know what's gonna happen in a sports game. You could watch so many different sports. Obviously, you can watch so many different or read or
Read sports?
or I'm talking about books and movies here, and,
Oh, okay.
and
Yeah, right.
there's a lot of different genres, a lot of different things you could go for, things your interests and stuff like that, just like with sports. But in the same way, like you also have no clue what's gonna happen. It's something new every single time, and it's something that can't be predicted.
The WWE.
It's something that can't be predicted. You can't predict it.
Okay.
You can't.
Right.
It's not like,
Hold
the
on.
most entertaining thing is going to happen every single night.
Okay.
Although that does happen a lot because usually the best team will win. Or sometimes when it doesn't happen, the most prepared team's going to win. Or the team that wants it more is going to win.
But-
It's all a matter. And that's why I feel like it's so, entertaining. And why people become so immersed with it. Because it's really truly you have no clue what's going to happen. And when it happens, it feels like it was gifted
amazing.
from a higher up.
All
This
right.
had to be.
But no matter how amazing or fun or unexpected or even entertaining it is to watch, if you don't have money on the game, if you're not a player on the team or an owner of the company or even of the NFL directly or any sports league, what incentive and why would you care who wins besides just being a fan?
Right.
Because what effect does it really have on your life? Probably none.
I wouldn't say an effect.
Right.
An effect it has on your life if you're not putting money on it or something
Right.
like that.
So why
but
would you care?
It is kind of based. It's kind of like watching a show that you have nothing. It's a new show. It's on Netflix and it's coming out. A new episode's coming out. It's all coming off a cliffhanger. You have no clue what's gonna happen. Your emotions can be entangled into that show.
Nothing like the NFL or like any sports league. for that
It's
matter.
true. It's true because those shows again are scripted, and it's something that it can't be changed. In sports, when the game's over, it can't be changed.
Right.
But you can look forward to
The next
the
game?
human side of it. Like these are actual human beings doing these things. They have to go home at night, and they have to live with the fact that they either messed up the game or won the game for millions of people to
Right.
become so.
But
That's
who
why it's a
really cares,
human
like-
aspect.
I don't even think that they care because either way, they're making money. They're making millions of dollars. So
But-
they fumble a pass or miss the game-winning shot. Like, who cares? Like, they're gonna have their job either way, probably.
In a lot of cases, no. If you mess up in a game, if you're a college football coach, college basketball coach, and you lose a game, you're gonna get fired. You'll lose your job. Yeah,
You get fired over that?
you get fired. Coaches get fired every year because they lose games or because they do something. Right? You could be an amazing coach, and you've proven yourself throughout years and years, and the fan base loves you. But then a new guy comes in, a general manager or owner, because he's just has the money, owns the team, and fires you.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's like, we need a new look in this. I'm the new look. I need new people surrounding it.
Sure.
And that happens all the time. But it also happens also in jobs and in your everyday work life and stuff like that. But this is something where these are the most skilled athletes in the world.
Okay.
Right? Athletes, not the most skilled people in the world, most skilled athletes in the world. Sports that you've been playing since you're a kid.
Sure.
and you're seeing it at the highest level being played. Something that you're interested in because you've been doing it your entire life. And it's something that you've always, dreamed you could play at professional level. You dreamed you could make money off of the sport. Now you're
Not me.
the people that care, okay? The people that care. I've had dreams of going to the NBA. I'm 5'9". People have done it though.
Hold on. Actually, I have once had that dream and wanted to be on the Heat, on the NBA. And once, I think I was like maybe 7 or 8, I went to a game right here downtown. And I think after the game or towards the end, my dad told me, because he knew for a while, like, I was like, I'm going to the Heat. I'm going to play basketball in the NBA. And he asked me, does anyone here on this team look like you? Because even back then, he probably knew I wasn't going to be 6 feet tall, 7 feet tall, and definitely not very athletic. So, I mean, he kind of gave me a reality check very early on. So I feel like maybe that's why, because I just gave up on it.
Yeah.
When I was very young.
It happens. People also, they don't give up on it. Some people, and some people do. And when they do give up on it, and some people try to like, okay, but how can I still be involved in the sport?
Right.
And they go to watching it, they go to fantasy, they go to betting on games, and they feel kind of like
They're the player?
not necessarily the player, but they feel a part of it.
Okay.
Right? And that's why I feel people are so, for a while I wasn't the biggest sports fan in the world. I just played it when I was younger. I didn't really watch any games. I wasn't really all that interested. I was interested in other stuff. I was interested in, like Marvel movies and things like that. I wanted to like be those people, like be heroes of the world, which I probably still should be, trying to do, like trying to save the world in some capacity.
We
But
can all save the world.
we can all save the world, but so do these athletes. There's such an influence on the younger generation, such an influence on
But it's not
everybody
always
that
a
they
good
can.
influence. It's not always a good influence.
Oh, not always a good, but that's with a lot of things, And but with sports, you have so much of that influence. You kind of like, it's up to the person to make decisions of what kind of influence they want to make, and that's when it gets that side of humanity. Like, you are the best of the best, and people are paying you to not only win games but to be entertainment for the fans.
Yeah.
It's all surrounding the
that's
fans.
What it is, it's just for entertainment.
But that's how it's always been. You know what I mean? That's how it's always been.
Right.
So that's why I think people care so much, because there's a system where people want them to care so much, and you do kind of get.
People stop caring, they stop making money.
People stop. Yeah, you see with a ton of sports leagues that have gone down the drain, or a ton of sports leagues that haven't been able to make it, because there's always been people that are a step ahead. I guess in some ways, people just have some of their interests with like the more traditional stuff, like the Olympics are still huge. They've been going on for so long. It's because no one's been able to top the Olympics.
But who really watches the Olympics?
Everybody watches the Olympics. You don't necessarily like do much research into it. You don't really care that much about it, but you watch it. These are the best of the best. The people that are going head to toe, people that work their entire lives representing head to head. People who have been going head to head against each other, that have been working their entire lives to get to this moment, competing at the highest stage. It's beautiful. Competing for their country. Like, people have so much pride in the country that they live in,
Right.
and they're being represented in sport.
Right.
You don't really get representation. Your country doesn't really get much representation on a global scale.
Yeah.
National scale. On a global scale, with a lot of things. But sports is something where they got that chance to be represented by like people who have kind of like surrounded their life around this sport.
That's the only, I would say, like, situation where I would see why they would care, and why millions of people would care, because like it's pride in their country and who they are.
Right.
So.
But again, people that are playing the NFL and the NBA, they're still representing their country in a way. You see all these international players, like Nikola Jokic, who won the NBA MVP a couple of times.
2 years, yeah.
3-time NBA MVP. It was pretty insane. He is representing Serbia. Like, it's like there's not many Serbian players that have come in and just straight up dominated the NBA, because America has really dominated like until the 2000s, when the international players started coming in being like, yo, I'm the best of the best from my country.
Yeah.
And I've been playing international. I've been playing in like a pro league since I was 14 years old. I'm gonna beat you guys.
Kick your butt, yeah.
I'm gonna kick your guys' butts. That's where I think sports is so. It's being, it's huge. It's huge for a lot of people and their lives to represent their country, represent their families, and to do the thing that they love and get paid for it. So yeah.
Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back from commercial break. We just had to get water. We need to clear up our throats. It's hell sauce. We had to clear up because it just when we talk, I seem to get a little loud. And I did get a little riled up when he started talking about WWE and all that. That pissed me off. But listen, Aiden, there's a lot of things that I'm going to get even more riled up about. There's some hype things I want to talk about.
Like what?
All right?
Like
so
what?
I've been reading about recently, and I feel like I haven't really been able to talk a lot about this today because a lot of kids in school don't really care about this stuff. But I know that you guys care about this stuff. I know Aiden, he probably won't care about this. But look, in California City, right, you have your food.
Hold on.
Your
We're
turn.
20 minutes in,
Your turn.
and we still haven't talked about the most important thing happening right now.
What?
Which is, do you even know?
I have no clue.
We're 13 hours in to our government being shut down.
Oh, facts.
We have no government for 13 hours.
Wow.
We're just not going to talk about it?
What does that mean?
We have to talk about it.
Talk about it. It's all you. You have the floor.
Thank you. So, for the past 13 hours and 3 minutes and a few seconds, our government has been shut down, meaning thousands of employees around the country are working without pay. Their paychecks are being withheld because politicians in Washington can't agree on the budget. They're putting politics over people, and that's simply not right.
Simply not right. I mean, it sounds like there's just a plain old-fashioned dogfight right now, and the parents aren't agreeing, right? We need them to agree. I feel like in some ways you have to kind of, figure some certain things out. I mean, this is pretty serious. He's telling me that people are working without pay or probably not working at all because they might have been laid off and
Absolutely.
stuff like that.
Could
That's
go on
some,
for days, weeks, even maybe a month.
Yeah.
Who knows?
yeah. I mean,
It could be endless.
until these people come into agreement,
Right.
correct? So,
And hold on. Who's the guy that we were talking about? Who's like the main guy who's involved with this? From New York?
Mr. Schumer.
Right, and what's like his position?
He's the mayor of New York.
He's the mayor of New York.
Is he the mayor of New York?
He's the mayor of New York.
Is he the mayor of New York?
He is not the mayor of New York. He is the senator from New York who happens to be the
You told me he was the mayor.
highest ranking Democrat
sorry, I thought
in the Senate, but yet somehow he's the mayor. So I guess for argument's sake, he's the mayor. All right, but I totally set you up.
Oh, wow, that's terrible. He literally told me he was the mayor right before we started filming
Huh.
this.
Not a shot on you, but this also this leads me to something I've been thinking about the past few weeks. Our definition of smart has to change. Some people.
Oh, my
some
God!
people- hold on. Some people get good grades, 4.0 GPAs, good SAT scores, maybe even have a few hobbies or sports, but have no idea what's going on or who's representing them or
right.
making their own decisions.
He's right.
So I think our definition of smart really has to change.
In some ways, right?
Yeah.
I feel like with this stuff going on right now, I mean, I should have known a lot more about our government being shut down. Now that I'm 18 years old, I'm an adult. I have to
You
vote
can possibly vote.
at some point. It's not looking good for me right now. You wouldn't want me to vote based on that little trial. I was just giving that
Probably
little test
not.
from Aiden. No, but
So who's the mayor?
the mayor of New York.
Yeah. Skip next.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who the mayor is either.
Okay.
I know that there's an election going on being held
Right.
right now.
Yeah,
So
there's
there is no
election.
mayor right now. Is there a mayor right now? There has to be a mayor.
There's always a mayor.
There's gotta be a mayor.
There is a mayor. Shout
Whatever-
out, Mr. Adams.
Whatever.
Mayor Adams.
Mayor Adams, John Adams came back with John Quincy.
Questionable guy.
Listen, I think when I think of the word mayor, when I think the position mayor, I think of like this guy with a monocle and top hat, like the Monopoly man. That's just what I think. Like, what else does the
well,
mayor?
That's who he is.
Monocle and top
He's
hat
a
guy?
guy wears a suit. He's a top hat, big monocle.
He has a top hat?
Yes.
And a monocle? Mayor Adams?
Are we talking about the same person? Yes.
Oh, no way.
No, he doesn't.
That's just-
no, he doesn't. He's an everyday New Yorker.
Dude, this guy's
Like,
the worst.
like everyone else.
All right, whatever. Listen, I think back on the topic of the government being shut down, I understand that I'm not smart or whatever. Whatever Aiden wants to make fun of me and say about me.
Hold on.
But
I never said you're not smart. You're very smart. But you just have
Not
to be
educated in
more
some
aware.
things.
You have to be more aware.
just like, a lot of Americans aren't very educated in this stuff. And just like
Unfortunately, yeah.
I'm just a statistic in this case. I'm not really, I'm one of those people who wouldn't know what was going on if I had to vote right now. That means I have to do more research, and that's why I have my good buddy here, and that's why you have 360 to learn more about this stuff. That's why you need 180 for this stuff. I'll take a step back on this. But mainly, in my opinion, with this happening, you're telling me that the reason the government's being shut down is because of disagreements in the Senate and stuff like that. It's just, that's not the way things should be ran. And I know this has happened 3 times in the past couple of years, right? The government shut down stuff, and 1 time, 2 times, it hasn't happened
It's
ever.
happened twice in the past 7 or 8 years. So
Past couple of
not
years.
bad, yeah.
So this has happened, and it never really happened before that, besides Great Depression and things of that nature.
It's happened over 20 times in the past, I think, 30, 40 years.
I'm going to stop talking now, and
Please
he's
stop
going to take
talking.
over this.
This is my topic.
I just think that disagreement. Yeah, this is supposed to be just him talking during the segment.
No, it's
but
not.
I think,
This is my topic.
but he wanted to take away from me because I was supposed to talk about California City and squirrels and stuff
Because you're embarrassing
and
yourself.
food. I'm embarrassing myself, but I'm not embarrassed to let people know that I don't know stuff. You know, you keep on testing me with this stuff, but they all know that I don't know anything about this. We already went over this, but in this case, I think that but the people that are making these decisions, they should come to an agreement not based on themselves, not based on their own political endeavors and values, but the people and the values of the people. Not the values of the people, but more the values of the value
of the public.
Not necessarily the values of the people, like the value.
Okay, yeah.
You know, the people come first.
Absolutely.
In a democracy.
People over politics.
It's true. Please take over. Please take over.
There's actually not much else to say right now. We're only 13 hours in. We'll see what happens. We'll keep you updated.
What do you think should happen? What do you think should be the first step in this?
I think as soon as possible, Congress should come back and pass a bill extending the deadline to pass the budget so that our senators and members of Congress can debate it as much as they want without any limit or pressure of time, not at the expense of the American people. That's what I think. And I think that's what we should all think, and because that's pretty, like, who would disagree with that? Who would disagree with that? Maybe
People that are
Chuck Schumer, but I mean, I don't know who else.
You know, I mean, there definitely are some people who might disagree with the things you're saying because they think that, you know, they are putting their own values or political, you know, endeavors forward and in front of, you know, some of the, you know,
wrong.
some like more moral things that should be kind of taken into account here. I know that's probably not what the framers would have wanted in this case, right? You know, they've wanted to put the people first, and that's what Aiden's saying. Aiden's a people person. He's the people person. And in this case, I think Aiden is actually right. I don't agree with Aiden on anything, and I think Aiden's right in this case. I think that, you know, I mean, I'm not a government worker. I don't have a job. I'm not employed. But I'd say if I were to be one, I'd be very upset right now. I would not be very happy. I'd be in the gutter right now. I'd be down the drain, in the thick of it. I wouldn't be very happy with this. On a lighter note, because this is happening, this is what's going on right now. You want to know what else is going on right now? Probably something a little crazier than the government being shut down. A little crazy. You're walking around California City. You have food. You have a hot dog in your hand. Whatever Californians eat. You know, hot dog, maybe,
Like
maybe some Beyond Burgers, maybe something like that. You see a cute little squirrel on the sidewalk. That was weird.
That was really weird.
That was
Yeah,
weird.
sorry.
A squirrel comes over. A squirrel walks. Oh, cute little squirrel. I walk by. Maybe has an acorn or something. That's what they eats. Jumps on your face, takes your Beyond Burger, and eats it and runs away. Not only eating your burger, but scratching up your face
That's terrible.
and your body parts. There have been 2 people sent to the ER in the past week by the same squirrel.
That's embarrassing.
The squirrel,
Have to say.
the squirrel has been reprimanded and punished.
I'm relieved.
They put down the squirrel. They had
What?
to do it.
You serious?
Yeah.
I thought you were joking.
I just read it and
thought you were joking.
while we're on break, they put the squirrel down. Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah, it didn't have a
That's
name or
sad.
anything. It's sad.
That's sad.
Sent 2 people to the ER for food. I mean, when have squirrels thought they were the man on campus? But they could just man or woman or they. I don't know what the squirrel identifies as.
Maybe they, yeah.
But I think a woman would be the one that would.
Can't say that.
No. But listen to me. If
Finish
you're,
the thought. Finish the thought.
I think the squirrel being a woman,
Would affect
a
your
strong, independent woman in this
Okay.
case.
There we go.
Trying to there you go. Now you have the words in there, meaning that like it's gonna run around. It's gonna take that food away from you.
Whether
Not
you like
only
it or
gonna
not.
take it up, she's gonna
Whether you
scratch.
like
She's
it
gonna
or
scratch
not.
you up a little bit. She's gonna beat you up, and she's gonna do it for the greater good. Probably had to get some food for their kids too. Little
babies.
little squirrelets,
Squirrelets.
little squirts, and you know, give it to the chipmunks, and they feasted it. On another note, on the animal note as well. There is a wandering wallaby wandering around around Berlin.
What's a wallaby?
A wallaby is an Australian animal. I believe it does sound really Australian now. Thinking about it. That is wandering around.
No. What is it?
It's like kind of like a kangaroo fox hybrid animal. It's a really cute little animal.
Never heard that.
Just searched it. But there's a lot of like children's books. The craziest part, there's so many children's books about this one wandering wallaby named Wally. Wally the wandering wallaby, and he escapes from a zoo, and starts doing all these crazy adventures. Starts running around, flying planes, and driving boats, and going on hot air balloons.
Can't be stopped.
The first piece of the puzzle's happened. The wallaby has escaped from the zoo. I don't know.
It's only a matter of time.
It's only a matter of time before it gets in a plane, and who knows what's gonna happen after that. But look, I think all this stuff happens. It happened in Berlin, but you expect these things to happen in Australia. That's why I think no diss on Australia.
Well,
I think
because-
Australia is the coolest place in the world, and that's why I expect for these things to happen.
People in Berlin don't know how to handle the Australian animals.
That's what I'm saying. You don't got like guys like what's his name? Oh, Crocky, Crocodile.
Right.
You know that guy.
Yeah.
His son's all big now. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I forgot his name.
Crocodile Dundee. I don't know his name. That's not at all the guy. That's not the guy at all.
His name.
I forgot his name. Whatever. I might have to search it up on the side right now. But yeah, you don't have those guys there that are going to take care of the wallaby. Maybe be nice to wallaby. As Shane Gillis, he said it best. Australia, no exports. We're getting nothing from it. Like, what else Australia do except for just film cool stuff in the wood, in the jungle, in the wilderness, in the bush, and send it out to us. I think the only thing that they do. Australian alligator guy.
Type faster, please.
Steve Irwin.
There we go.
We're the worst, dude. He's an icon.
He's the man.
He's the only thing that's ever come out of Australia, and he's the GOAT. I love him. Except for, there's some really good actors.
Like?
Chris Hemsworth. I think he's Australian.
Chris Hemsworth.
Thor.
Okay. Kidding.
I see. I didn't know the position of Chuck Schumer. If he didn't know Chris Hemsworth, he'd have to be destroyed.
Who's the mayor of New York?
Adams. My boy Adams.
All right.
There we go. He doesn't wear a monocle or a top hat. Also, on the note of travel, something insane has happened recently. I don't know if it happened recently or a little while ago, but I just read about it, so we're going to talk about it now on 360, because the world revolves around us, 360 style. There's a woman traveling the Barcelona international flight, Aiden, and what's the worst thing you think could happen to you on a flight?
To me or the flight in general?
The first thing that you think as a human being can happen to you on a flight.
Probably if I have someone, I don't know, maybe someone who's next to me.
Like a baby crying?
No, worse. Probably someone who's next to me who's sleeping on me.
Nah, it's
probably
bad.
That's the worst.
That's pretty bad. That's not good. That's not ideal. This woman had to get up from her seat. Imagine you're sitting in your seat. It's a big international flight. You've been on an international flight before, have you?
Yes.
Pretty big planes, right? There's a lot of people on them. A lot of the rows are pretty big. Got all the TVs going if you're flying American.
Or probably any other airline.
Or any other airline, you got the TVs. I've only flown American, actually. So I don't know. Do you fly international on American? Yeah, you do, right?
Sometimes,
Yeah. I think I usually fly Delta when I go international. My family, a lot of them fly Spirit. They've had rough experiences with Spirit.
At least Frontier.
But a lot. No, I mean,
At least Frontier.
people like Spirit now. They said Spirit's been keeping up with their stuff. I don't know. I mean,
except for the fact it's bankrupt twice in 1 year. But
I don't like that it's yellow either.
Yeah.
I don't trust the color yellow.
It's like a taxi.
It is like come on. It's like an informal way of travel.
Absolutely.
I agree with that 100%. But this woman gets up from her seat. There's 6 bathrooms on this flight. 4 here. There's 2 back there. Right? I'm the plane.
Thank you for being the plane.
Woman gets up from the front. She's in the front.
Goes to the back.
Comes back, banging on all the doors. She probably theoretically or realistically banged on 2 because you can't really get to the other side very easily. Then she's like, "Oh God, I gotta go." Rushes over to the next one.
Why are we talking about this?
While she's going through the entire economy section, leaves a trail of explosive droppings all over the plane. Guess what they had to do? You think you have an emergency cleanup crew set on this plane? No. I'm a doctor. You can't. No, nothing's gonna happen here. You got no janitors.
Attention! Who's the janitor?
Yeah, I got my mom here. No, it's not happening. They had to turn the plane around, guys. Imagine being that woman. You got to go back. Not only, it's not like you can just turn the plane around and you're home. You're probably another hour back home.
Hour? Do you know how long these flights are?
Oh, international. They're going to Barcelona.
Exactly. Probably in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, but I don't know if it happened in the I don't know because I feel like
she made it that far.
Yeah, I don't know if they made it that far. If you're gonna turn the plane around, I feel like if you're already halfway there, you gotta just book it. You gotta just book it to the end.
How are we talking about this?
because it's
What is 360?
It's crazy. It's crazy. And they came back, did a full 360, and they went back over. They cleaned the plane fully, had to redo the carpet. And guess who got back on the plane?
The same lady?
The same lady got back on the plane.
That's ridiculous.
I think it's like
At least go home and like maybe change.
You got to send her to Spirit after that. Yeah. You got to go back to Spirit. Send her all the way down the ranks. I feel like there's a rank of flying. You got your tier points and stuff. You're out there. You're a top flyer. Yeah, you got to be. If you're at the top, you got to be brought down to the lowest of the low after pulling off a stunt like that on the international stage.
No fly list.
No fly list. Yeah, you could do worse. But that's also that's probably like that's the line. You can't do that. You can't do other stuff. That's the no-fly list.
Nothing explosive.
Yeah. Really good one. That was awesome. But yeah, that's all I know about current events. Aiden knew his side of the current events. I knew my side of the current events.
Which is more important?
You can be the judge of that. I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to take any sides here. But
not sports.
Yeah, in sports we got to take side.
No, I'm saying it's definitely not sports.
It's definitely not
as
sports.
being most important.
It depends.
All right, new topic.
It's definitely not sports. Although, I think in some cases, like
Blew you.
you what? He blew in my face. Is what he did. Is what he meant to say. I feel like, honestly, in some cases, like right now with all this stuff going on, all these negative things. Like the one thing that I
name one thing.
The government being shut down.
Okay, thank you.
This guy's trying to test me every single way we go here.
People just talk and have no idea what they're saying. That they parrot and repeat. So I'm just making sure you're not a parrot.
The government being shut down being a negative thing with all these other negative things that I'm not going to get into.
Because you know what they are.
The one thing that I can really look on and be happy with are my Eagles, who are 4-0. And I'm very excited about that.
How could a bird be 4-0?
The Philadelphia Eagles is a sports organization and a sports team based in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
National Football League?
And the National Football Team.
Okay.
Football
That
League,
makes
the
sense.
NFL. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's been awesome so far. I've been really excited about that. I'm expecting them to go to the Super Bowl just like they did last year when they won it. The Super Bowl this year is in San Fran. So I'll be making a flight over to Cali if that happens. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I went to the game.
Hopefully not on Spirit.
No.
It's funny every time.
Yeah. Yeah, airball now. But at that point, like, I went to New Orleans last year for that game. The game when the Eagles played. You hate New Orleans?
It's like the dirtiest, like, I don't know.
Every city's dirty.
No, not Miami.
I mean,
not Miami, Florida.
Depends on where you go, but New Orleans is ridiculous. You go by. I don't know if you saw this Family Guy skit, but it's like, oh, this is worse than this is when you know Brian the dog from Family Guy. He's like, this is worse than when I had to be a pizza delivery guy in New Orleans, and he's like walking the pizzas around, and then there's like a whole band, marching band, is like, we're blocking the street. We're blocking the street. It's just because, like, dude, all they do is the streets are always blocked. There's no way. There's no way to drive. I was just talking about with a freshman, an underclassman on the football team. He was talking about if I'm going to drive in college.
If you're going to drive in college.
If I'm going to college.
It depends where you go.
It depends on where I go. Of course, you could be living in a really small town or a small town college area, like a college town.
If you have your car, that's kind of what I meant.
Well, you could also,
you could rent a car, I guess.
You got a car up there, but
can't really.
I don't think I'm going to drive because one, there's also that side of like, there's a lot of college. There's a lot of stuff going on in college and people partying going on.
Okay.
You don't want people. You don't want to put car keys in the hands of the people.
Especially not you.
Well, I'm a fantastic driver. I'm a really good driver. I don't know why he's looking at me like that. I'm not going to drive personally though, because in that same way, like one, you're going to school in a big city. You're not going anywhere. You're not really going into town like that unless it's on an Uber or a taxi or a bus or a train. You're not going to be driving around with all the traffic. You're going from class to class, or from frat house to frat house, or going stuff like that. You never know, but you're not really making big travel like that. So I feel like with cars and stuff, what was I talking about? What was I talking about there? What was I talking about there? Like transportation?
If you're gonna drive in college?
If I'm gonna drive in college.
Not a very entertaining question, but all right.
Why?
We're talking about it.
Why did I bring that up? Well,
because of New Orleans and
New Orleans. Yeah, I wouldn't want to drive in New Orleans either. When I was in New Orleans, we would take our Ubers or drive anywhere to the game, especially in Super Bowl week. That was nuts. But I was also during like Mardi Gras, sort of. It was in that same area.
You've been to New Orleans during Mardi Gras
and the Super Bowl. Yeah. My cousin went to college in Tulane, so we visited a couple times. It was awesome. Awesome city, super fun. People are amazing. So many like so much rich like culture with like art, like a lot. Like
absolutely. I mean, my favorite part about being there, years ago, once I was on Bourbon Street. I saw Darth Vader dancing, blowing bubbles. That was probably the highlight of my New Orleans
You don't
experience.
see that every day anyway,
Yeah.
honestly. But oh my gosh, on one of those cinematic, type of thing, Darth Vader. We go to Darth Vader, Star Wars, Harry Potter area. I don't know why we're going there. Harry Potter's coming out with a new series, TV show. You ever a big fan of the Harry Potter series?
I've actually never watched Harry Potter and definitely never read Harry Potter.
You ever read Harry Potter? Or
No.
you ever watched one movie?
I think I've watched the first one.
I think you kind of look like Harry.
Really?
No, you look like
Greg Heffley.
no, you look like Greg Heffley too. You look like Neville Longbottom.
Neville Longbottom.
You should search him up. He looks like look at the camera real quick.
All right, let's see.
Not you, not at the computer.
Oh.
Look at the camera.
I was looking him up.
Look him up. Look him up right now. Neville Longbottom. While you're looking at that, guys, Aiden's just holding me hostage, and I can't really do anything about it. He actually silenced me just then. That's crazy. But yeah, that's really all going on with me. I hope everything's going great with you guys. He's gonna search up Neville Longbottom right now. One of the more famous or I think iconic people from the Harry Potter series. I mean, he Bottom. There's different types of intelligence, and we have to be more intelligent. And, yeah, you look like Neville. You look like Neville Longbottom.
I look like him.
He's a big Neville Longbottom lookalike guy. I feel like you would love it. But they're making a new series,
Who's
and
big? Right.
I think
Harry
Disney.
Potter? Oh,
Disney.
okay,
Disney
yeah.
bought the rights for No, Universal. I'm so sorry, guys.
I don't think
Universal.
Oh, right, maybe.
Universal
Okay,
Studios and
all
Pictures.
right.
It might be them, might not be. But they have the rights to Harry Potter, so
Okay.
it might be.
It's probably them then.
Yeah, J.K. Rowling made some bank off that. As well as Harry Potter series did, all the movies they made, then Universal bought them. It's a lot of bread. Well, but I digress. This also being,
Sorry. I don't know
this
why I did
also, this new series that they're making, it might be really bad, and it might butcher one of the greatest masterpiece series in cinema history.
that. You really think it's a masterpiece?
I think based for kids
Potter?
kids movies and stuff like that, and
I think
based
it
on
goes
the following.
maybe Star Wars on the top. What would be below it? What's the next best thing? Maybe.
I think you gotta go Harry Potter there. Yeah,
Definitely not.
it's not gonna be like Indiana Jones. I think you go Marvel.
Oh, good pull. You go probably Star Wars 1.
I watched
or it could
Endgame.
be Marvel 1. It
I
could be
watched.
either one.
I rewatched all the movies. It might be Marvel 1. It might be.
I think it is.
I think Iron Man 1 is one of the coolest movies I've ever watched.
I've never watched.
I think you've never watched Iron Man 1?
No, I've watched Infinity War. I've watched Endgame.
Those are really good movies, but
The
you
new
need
ones.
to watch the
I've watched the new
context.
ones.
You need to see the context of all the movies.
Yeah, but there's too
Did you know
many.
where
There's
any of the
30 movies?
Did you know where any of the Infinity Stones even came from? Or you just like, oh, they're just floating around? No.
I thought that was all the context there was.
Watch Captain America: The First Avenger tonight, where you find the
Tonight.
Tesseract.
All right.
Please watch it.
That's what I'll be doing.
I'm a big nerd when it comes to Marvel, and I rewatched them this summer. My favorite movies are Iron Man 1, Iron Man 3, Endgame, and Guardians of the Galaxy. Such good movies. They're hilarious. They are beautiful in a lot of ways. They're always a love story, which I think is kind of ridiculous sometimes. But all these superheroes find a girl, or the girls find guys.
Yeah.
And when they're the main characters, because there are some very just kick-ass female characters in the Marvel Studios. Like Captain Marvel came out of nowhere, basically saved the world twice.
Wonder Woman.
That's DC.
Okay.
But yeah, this guy. Wow.
Knows nothing.
Wow. But Wonder Woman again, I think honestly one of the more progressive and more
Wonder Woman?
important characters
Or Captain Marvel.
for
Oh.
the female.
Who are we talking about? Captain Marvel?
No,
Or Wonder Woman? Or
Wonder Woman.
Iron Man?
Wonder Woman.
Okay.
I think Iron Man's the GOAT. I don't know. You got to watch Iron Man 1. I'm perplexed. One of the best movies I've ever seen.
Watch it with me.
Bet. We'll watch it after this. We will.
Let's watch it with our fans.
With our fans.
Let's do a 360 live stream.
200 likes and we'll do a stream
Watching Iron Man.
watching Iron Man 1. Not doing any work. Just illegally streaming Iron Man 1 for free. Pirating it, of course.
Of course not.
We're pirating it. I want to be I kind of want to
Be like Black.
want to watch that right now. Actually.
Ooh, Pirates.
The Caribbean.
Carrots of the Bean.
Carrots of the Bean. Yeah.
Pirates of the
You can speak.
Pirates of the Caribbean. I feel like that's at least number 2 or 3. That could be 3.
Number 2 is not. It's not number 2.
That could be 3.
Could be 3. Harry
Could
Potter.
be Star Wars,
it's
Marvel, Pirates of the Caribbean, and then like Harry
I
Potter
think
is like 6.
Pirates of the Caribbean, and is it the black? Is it just the Black Pearl, or the Secrets of the Black?
I never watched Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm just saying that because I want to have content.
You can't say these things.
I want to
then.
have content.
What?
And be entertaining.
That's absurdity.
And I have something to say.
This guy's a phony. You've never watched Pirates of the Caribbean either?
No.
What have you watched? What do you watch? That's my whole childhood, dude.
Documentary.
Documentaries. We went over documentaries last time. We're not going to go into documentaries this time.
Oh, yeah, we did.
We did.
Yeah, we did.
No, but I'm not going to butcher. Some people haven't watched a lot of. You've watched the Diary of a Wimpy Kid series, though? You've watched those?
No.
I think it's up there.
Oh, no.
Just kidding. No, but I think it goes probably Marvel, and then it goes. I'd say Star Wars. Then Harry Potter. No, Star Wars then Marvel. Marvel Studio series. I think you go Harry Potter after that. You might go Pirates of the Caribbean because it's up there. It's definitely up there. And then you might want to go like around to like Indiana Jones area. I love the Indiana Jones movies. They're awesome. Have you watched those?
I've watched one.
The first one?
The Lost Ark one. I think
Yeah,
the first one.
yeah. I think.
It's the first
I
one.
don't know. But yeah, those are iconic movies.
It was alright.
Yeah. The new ones are pretty good too. I like them. I just think it's a really good topic. It's like a history buff going around, and he's also finds all the
treasure.
treasure, all the cool things.
It's like Pirates of the Caribbean.
Have you ever watched National
plus
Treasure?
Something else.
National Treasure with Nicolas Cage.
No.
When he goes around, and he has to find all the.
Nope.
It's a U.S. treasure hunt, and he goes like the Constitution gives him a clue and all this stuff, and eventually they find like the treasure at the end. I watched it when I was a lot younger. Really good movie, and you would love it. You would love it. He's got to get on movies. This guy's not a big movie buff.
No.
I think I've said it before. I think my biggest, the things that I'm most passionate about are movies
and sports.
That's the things that and also like.
How are we friends? We have nothing in common. How are we friends?
That's where 360 comes in. Because you're my 180, bro.
Oh, thank you.
I think we're gonna end it right there. Thank you guys so much for tuning in for episode 2.
Everyone.
We love doing this. We're gonna keep on doing this. We're gonna edit these and bring them out.
Yeah.
And hope for the best. But you guys are awesome. You're amazing. This has been great. Good to see you, sir. Have a very good Yom Kippur, very good Jewish holiday, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Deuces.
Bye.